Hey friends, welcome back to our channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Angie and I enjoy sharing different projects we have going on around our home. I'm so excited for this week's video, which is 8 things to thrift for fall decor. I know that you are going to love this video and hopefully you will find some inspiration when you're at the thrift store to pick up these items to display in your home. I want to apologize firsthand for my voice. I have been a little under the weather this week, but thankfully I am so much better. So bear with me with my little horsey voice and we'll get through this video together. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. And here are the 8 things that I thrift for fall decor. So a little disclaimer as we start the video, there are so many things that I love to look for fall decor at the thrift store, but I narrowed it down to 8 of my favorite things that are pretty easy to find at the thrift store. So keep that in mind. This list is so much longer, but I had to condense it so the video wouldn't be so long. And so these are some of my favorites and they're pretty easy to find at the thrift store. The first thing that I look for are platters, dishes, and colored glassware. This turkey platter is a perfect example. It has all of the colors for fall and it gets extra points for having a turkey. It is a beautiful platter and it would be beautiful on any fall tablescape. To me, fall is all about being cozy. It is shorter days and cooler nights, and so I try to incorporate warm colors into my home decor. This brown set by Hull is a perfect example of that. You could change out your mugs to this warm brown, and this pitcher you could use every day or just fill it with some fall florals. I love when I can find colored glassware at the thrift store to add to our fall tablescapes. So I generally look for glassware in gold, yellow, orange, amber, or earth tones, and I pair them with other fall inspired home decor. And you don't even have to have matching glassware. It would be a fun tablescape to just add the same color but in different shapes all around the table to keep your tablescape interesting. If you have followed this channel for very long, you know that brass and copper was definitely going to make this list. I get so excited when I see brass candlesticks at the thrift store. I love to add them to my collection and use them in our tablescapes, on our bookshelves, just anywhere that I can warm up any space with brass. And I generally find it a lot at the thrift store, and sometimes I keep the patina. I just love it so much. But if you want to clean it, you can always use Barkeeper's Friend. It does an amazing job at cleaning brass. This little turtle I got last year at the thrift store, and he ended up in our bathroom just holding a little bar of soap. He made me smile every morning when I saw it, and I just love adding brass accents to our home. To be honest, I love brass, and I don't just use it in my fall decor, I use it year round. So just keep that in mind, but I think people think of brass in fall decor because of the gold color and how it mimics the color of the leaves outside. But you could use it year round. There's no hard and fast rule against it. But I have found so many beautiful pieces at the thrift store. Some of them I chose to bring home and some I left behind, but I love to incorporate it into our home decor. I think it's a traditional look, and I just love to have these brass pieces all over our home. And keep in mind, sometimes when you find brass at the thrift store, it's not real brass. It could be brass plated, like this long planter that I found recently at the thrift store. It was too shiny for my taste, and so I painted it. I have a whole video showing you the process, and I added it to our fall tablescape, and it is one of my favorite DIYs to date. And don't forget the copper pieces that you can find to add to your home decor. They are a little bit harder to find, but they are so beautiful sitting out on a stovetop or anywhere in your kitchen. I know with all the thrifting we've been doing lately that our feet need a little TLC. So let me share with you a foot massager that I was recently introduced to, and it has quickly become one of my favorite things. This is not an ordinary foot massager, but this is a foot massager that includes a kneading option, air compression, and heat, and you can set it to whatever level you want. So it has 3 levels on the kneading and the air compression. The heat is either heat or no heat, and then you have the option of either 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I recommend the 30-minute option because this is the best. It also comes with a remote control, so you don't have to bend over and click the different options when you want it to change. You can just operate it from your comfortable chair. I was so thankful to have this foot massager this week while I've been sick. I was able to just sit in my chair and use this massager, and it relaxed me, and I was able to get the sleep that I so desperately needed. Mountrax is offering our audience a 10% discount off of their foot massager. Just shop through our link in the description box below, and the discount will be automatically applied. This foot massager would be a perfect birthday, anniversary, or Christmas gift for anyone on your list, or purchase it for yourself if you need some extra pampering and TLC. Another thing that I'm always on the hunt for when I'm thrifting for fall decor is wood objects. I love to add wood all over the house to warm up a space, and you can always add small pumpkins or pine cones or acorns to give that fall-like feel around your space. You can always add any of your wooden objects to a vignette to warm it up, stack it on top of books or on a plate or anywhere to give that fall feeling of warmth. It's also a great time to thrift wooden furniture, and to me, the worn the better. I love these old wooden chairs that you can just add in so many spaces around your home. I love to take wooden chairs and add thrifted scarves onto it to warm it up a bit, tie a wreath on the back with a ribbon, and add beautiful pillows, and just put this in a space that is otherwise forgotten. I often find these wooden risers at the thrift store, and every time I see one I pick it up because I use these a lot in vignettes to add height to whatever object is on display. I always have my eye out for pottery pieces. I love the handmade look of these and just the character that old pottery pieces have. I also like to look for fall colors and fill them up with fall florals and add them in a space that needs a little bit more color. One of my favorite things to thrift are old vintage books. I love books and I love decorating with them. And when I'm searching for books for my fall decor, I generally look for rusty reds, navy blues, mustard yellow, orange. I do get some black, and I just stick to those fall colors that you would see outside. I love decorating with old books, and I use these year round, but I like to arrange them on our built-ins in different configurations just to bring a little interest to that shelf. You can see here how I've used my rusty reds, navy blues, black, gold, orange, and I've topped it with a blue and off-white vase and surrounded it with a little bit of orange and cream. Woven baskets, rattan, and wicker is also some things that I keep an eye out for when I'm thrifting for fall decor. Woven baskets add so much dimension and texture to a space, and you can add so much to these baskets. I like to add baskets to the top of tables and add vases of dried hydrangeas and a pumpkin, or I also add live plants and beads and lanterns so that it just makes that space look a little bit more inviting. I also use picnic baskets. You could pick up little baskets and put candles in them, but there are so many baskets at the thrift store and you can use them for so many things. Grapevine wreaths are also a great option for fall decor. You can find them pretty plentiful in the thrift store, and you can either take them apart and use them in different arrangements, or you can make a wreath. I have a video showing you my technique for making wreaths, and I'll link it below for you in case you're interested. And the last thing that I'm going to cover for this video is art. The thrift store is so full of art, and it may take a little legwork on your part to sort through it, but they have some beautiful pieces of art. Most of them are vintage, which I love so much, but they have the colors of fall, and they would be so pretty hanging in a gallery wall or just by themselves on a large wall. And you can clean up the frame pretty easily. I have a video showing you how to do that, and it will look as good as new. So always keep your eye out for art for fall decor. Well, friends, we have made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me, and I hope that you were inspired and found some ideas for things to look for when you are thrifting for fall decor. Be sure to check out the link in our description box below for the foot massager if you're interested in getting one of those. And if you need more inspiration, I had a video that went live last week that showed you how I styled my thrifted scarves. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. And as always, thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and our blog, Our Contented Home. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.